Okay guys, so right now I am located in the cemetery of Recoleta, and it's one of the most famous cemeteries in the world. It is located in the barrio Recoleta in the city of Buenos Aires. It is regarded one of the biggest cemeteries in the world and one of the most visited cemeteries in the world. How I got here, I took the train from Martinez all the way to Retiro, and then from Retiro train station I actually got an Uber because it does say online it's like a 15-minute walk or 20-minute walk, but I did get lost, so I actually got an Uber towards here. So I'm going to give you some information about the cemetery. So this cemetery was established in 1822 and it right now from this date it is regarded one of the most visited cemeteries in the world. It is one of the most biggest cemeteries in the world. It covers 14 hectares of land and 55 hectares of land as well. Sorry, it covers 14 acres of land and 55 hectares of land. And another interesting factor of the cemetery, it is known to be found. It has some famous people that is buried in the cemetery, such as famous Argentinian people as Eva Peron. Eva Peron was a former Argentina president, leader, if you want to say that, and she was loved by many Argentinians as well. Also, another interesting factor is there's many other famous Argentinian noble people buried in the cemetery. A lot of people that have visited the cemetery has said that this is one of the most beautiful cemeteries that they've ever visited. Also, it is one of the most haunted cemeteries in the world as well. Another interesting factor of the cemetery is it is beautiful. The people that have came to the cemetery, they did say that you do get like a haunting effect. So I want to walk around and show you if I can discover that right now. It is very hot at this moment of time. This cemetery, there is no entrance fee. You don't pay nothing. It is open from the members of public around the world and tourists as well. It is open, I think I'm wrong, from well, correct me if I'm wrong, from 8 o'clock to I think 5 p.m. Monday to Sunday. They do have free tours. They do have Spanish speaking tours from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and also from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. There is also English tours available in this cemetery right over here. This cemetery, it is in the barrio Recoleta. I'll give you another interesting factor about Recoleta. Recoleta is one of the most upscale neighborhoods, probably one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Argentina. It is known to have some famous 5-star luxury hotels in this barrio. And another interesting factor, it has some very interesting upscale restaurants around here. So this cemetery, it's very big. I'm going to show you right now. There is heaps and heaps of cemeteries. What I want of graves, I apologize. I really want to find Eva Peron's grave so I can show you guys how big it is. Apparently, it's one of the most tourist factors in this cemetery right over here. I'm not going to lie to you. It is beautiful. It's a bit creepy. It's a bit haunting. But it is what it is. I'm in a place where there's so many graves. This cemetery does hold 4,961 graves at this present moment. So it does have a big population of graves in here. And it's not too busy. It's a Saturday. It's very interesting. There's not too many people at this moment right over here. So that makes it very cool to walk around. You can take pictures. The police and the security guards are very cool, and it has a buzz. You do find lots of cats moving around over here. So I'm going to show you and give you guys a tour of some famous Argentinian people. I don't know who they are, but I'm just going to show you the people that actually are buried in the cemetery right over here. So you have a person over here called David Benner. That's another famous Argentinian person. So I'm going to flip the camera. And you have another person, I think, that was born in 1932 or 1923. I'm going to show you guys how the cemetery looks like right here. It is a massive place. 14 acres of land, 55 hectares of land as well. So that is massive. 4,691 graves around here. That is a massive grave. I mean, it is beautiful, in my opinion. Beautiful in terms of the architecture of all the graves. each grave has a special design. Each grave is very unique and different. So every single grave has a different specific design, and it's just, in my opinion, it's cool. It's worth to come here. I haven't got no goosebumps. I haven't been haunted yet. And another weird thing is some of the graves are exposed, so you can see some of the caskets lying down. That's a bit creepy. So I want to show you guys, like this thing over here. I'm going to show you one grave over here where you can probably see 2 caskets. They're not open, but you can see the shape of the caskets. So I'm going to move the camera inside over here and show you guys. As you can see, there are 2 caskets over here, one on top, one on the bottom. Very famous people in Argentina buried around here. It is a massive, massive cemetery. It is cool. Best thing about it, you don't have to pay nothing. It is totally free unless you want to do a tour. Some tour guides over here do request a bit of change. Some tour guides don't request a bit of change. I'm going to show you another casket that you can see that is exposed. As you can see, there are 2 caskets over here. One on your right, one on your left. Right, I want to do some hunting. I want to find Eva Perón's grave, so I can show you guys what it looks like. So let's get lost and let's see if we can discover her grave. Show you something. I know it's a bit disrespectful, but I just want to capture this moment. So as you can see, like I said to you, some of the graves are exposed. So this is Miguel Sorbet, the family. Let me just make it a bit brighter so you guys can actually picture it. Or maybe I'll make it a bit brighter so you guys can't actually see. So this is Miguel's family thing. And in this grave right over here, I'm going to show you, it is exposed. So you can see, like I said to you, the haunting factor. So the grave is over here. And like I did say to you, some of these graves are exposed. So you can see the caskets. Some of the caskets have been moved or they have been placed, and it's a bit disrespectful in terms of people coming here. But it's an interesting factor. What I want to know is, how do people lay flowers to the famous people that are buried over here, or how are they being mourned, or how are the respects being paid? So it's very interesting. And it's unique. Like this one here has like a church image inside the grave. As you can see inside here, there was like a Jesus thing. I don't know if you can see from the side of the mirror of the window, and it has the cross Jesus sign over here. So that is very unique and very different. It is a massive cemetery, I'll be honest with you. So it's cool. It's very, very, very interesting. And where's Eva Perón? That's exactly who I'm looking for. As I've discovered the grave of Eva Perón, as you can see, apparently she's buried underneath over here. I'm going to show you a little bit of a sneak peek. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a bit of writing over here. That's alright. That's okay. No problem. So as you can see, there's a bit of writing over here, and you can see where she's buried. That's a bit of the history of the grave. So I'll show you some more history over here. So, this is exactly what it looks like. And yeah, that's the cemetery. So right over there, that was the grave of the former leader Eva Perón. It was a bit hard to look for it. The funny thing about this place is there is no maps, so you need to actually go with the flow. You need to look for the grave yourself, or you need to ask people. But that was pretty much it. Apparently she's buried underneath, or she's buried in a separate place. So yeah, that was the grave of the famous Eva Perón. There is flowers, so people do come here probably on a daily basis to pay their respects. But yeah, it was interesting. So that was it. Basically, that was my tour of the Recoleta cemetery. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. And it's my Blackman. Catch me in the next vlog. Take care.